Hello there, this is Cheryl Lentz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, talking on Tuesday at 2:00-ish. I was running around with my sister. I had to take her to the candy store today to get candy supplies. She does that, and I do this, and I don't understand how she likes doing that, and she doesn't understand quite how I'm obsessed with this. So it's a fair trade-off. Anyhow, hi Cindy, I hope you're feeling better. I decided, I just came downstairs and I was like, oh my goodness, it's Tuesday. It's past 2. I need to get to work. So I pulled out one of the Hostess Club cards. So Cindy, this is one that you'll be getting. I pulled out one of the Hostess Club cards, and that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to turn the camera around. We'll get started here, lickety split. There we go. So while I have the camera turned, I won't be able to see y'all talking or who's here. So please let me know. I didn't even send out a warning shot because I was gone. So let me make it a little bit. There we go. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay. All right. Good enough. How's that work? Let's see. Maybe I should get some other lighting down there. I don't know. Does that work? Okay. So... Okay, the dog is here, everybody's here. Here's the card. So here's the card, Christmas cheer. Wishing you a joyful Christmas. Ta-da, ta-da. So we get to use all these great dies on this one. So I'm excited about, let's see here. I have the tailor-made tags and the giving dies are what we're using. I have my little cheat sheet on here. So here's the packet that everybody received. Just like this. So on this card, we are going to cut some of the pieces from that inside the front layer here. My phone is trying to tell me that I'm trying to talk to it, and I'm not. Here we go. That one we're going to cut our little Christmas out of. I've got our jewels here for our snowflakes. So we are doing the lettering here in the brushed gold. So that's what I have here. And to make it easier, I'm putting adhesive on the back of the gold strip so that when you go to put the letters on, it's super simple. I cut out our gold tag already, and then I will cut out our snowflake tag. I'll show you how we'll do that in a minute here. So let me move this aside for just a second, and I will put this adhesive on my sheet here. So it's got little marks in here, and so you're just going to pull them apart. There we go. Find out where the sticky is, which side. Sometimes it's on the side you pull off, and sometimes it's on this side. So, and I'm just going to start at one end here. I just pulled off one section of the adhesive strip, and then as I go along, I pull off another section. So there we go. This just makes it so much easier when you are doing these letters or anything with fine detail. Now sometimes, like when I did that wreath with the bows, I didn't want it stuck down all the way, so on that particular time I didn't do it all the way. Now when you have it, you can see here, when there's a little bit there, I would either cut that off, or you can take your little, I call it the resin bag, the little bag that we have, and just dot that with some powder so that it's not sticky, because you don't want that sticking to your I'm just going to wipe it off here. You don't want that sticking to your acrylic plate. So ta-da. All right, let me bring the cut and emboss machine over here, and we will get some of these things cut out. I'll show you what we're doing here. Okay, here we go. So here's the big machine. Let's see here. So I have plate number 1, plate number 2, plate number 3 on here somewhere. There we go. Got it backwards. It doesn't matter. There. Okay. So on here, we're going to cut out our cheer. So this is this die. I'm just going to center it in here. There. And then on this die, we're going to cut out the background. So this has the little bows, and it also says cheer, but I'm going to cut it out right here. Excuse me, because nobody will know that that piece is missing. So I'm going to steal that center out of that layer. And let's cut this through here. I'm gonna just crank this, there we go. Crank it through, and I'm gonna crank it back only because I have that adhesive sheet on that magnetic, on the brushed metallics, and I wanna make sure that comes out. So this one's all cut out, and this one is too. So I'm just gonna move that. Now, here's where the, this is kind of a cool thing. So I have just my white cardstock. This is from the tag dies. This is one of the tags from the tag dies. Okay. And this is the, I'm gonna push these out that are stuck in here. So this is from the gift giving tag dies, or dies, gift giving dies. So they have, this one is snowflakes. They have one that is a Santa Claus in his sleigh, and they have one that's a pumpkin and one that is ornaments. But you can see, you can nestle these right in here, like that. So this is the gift-giving die in the center. This is a regular tag die on the outside. I'm just trying to get it straight, and I'm shaking. Okay, there we go. That's all there is to it. They work together beautifully, almost like Stampin' Up! Planned it, which I'm sure they did. There we go. So take this out, get this out of the way here, and show you the magic here. This is so cool. Ta-da, ta-da. So now you have a perfect tag with your snowflakes in it. I don't have my brush right here, so I'm just gonna push. I offered the brush to someone, and they were like, no, they really like to just push out all the little pieces. It's kind of like a relaxing thing to do. There we go. Ta-da. And me, I'm always like, what's the fastest route? So there. So I'm gonna put this back, move this over here. Ta-da, for the sweeper. So now we have this beautiful snowflake tag, and it's going to go right on top of this tag that I cut out. Only I have a little piece there that's hanging in. So this is just going to glue right on top of it, just like that. So now we have our cheers here. I'm going to get this out. We can put all of our little pieces together. There we go. So these holes that are in here, so these are the big pieces, obviously, and then it has these little holes. That's what you're going to push on to push your cardstock out of the die. And then it just pulls out. Cheer. Isn't that cool? It really pops out nicely. So there we go. And we've got our letters here. So this is going to go, this is going to be covered up with this DSP, like that. Ta-da. And then here's all of our little letters. Now, if you wanted to use the negative on this, and I have one card I can pull out real quick that I did, you can pull this out, and if it's nice and straight, or you can straighten it if it's not, you know, if you have enough room to cut around there. Ta-da. You have this perfect cheer here. Here's something I can show you on here. Solid. That's solid here. Cheer. So the only thing is, remember to keep the center from your R, and then you can make a whole separate card just using that piece. Here's the card that I did. When I made the initial card, here's my cheer that is in there, and then I just backed it with green and made this card. This is like a little bonus card out of it. So, ta-da. Let's put that aside. I'm going to keep my little R center so I can maybe use that later. And then I have all my letters. I can just pop out of here and we'll put them right directly on as a sticker on our cheer. This set, excuse me, I have a tickle in the throat and I have nothing to drink here. This set dies are retiring. They are from the holiday catalog. So now I'm just pulling off the backing. So now I have a sticker. And then I can just use I like to use this pickup tool and just hover it over here. I gotta move it up a little bit here. Whoops, I popped it. Here, I do everything sideways. I don't know why. I just feel like I have a better, there we go. Ta-da. There. So here we go. Here's the H. This goes pretty fast. I mean, it looks a little more complicated, but really, if you have your letters and then you're doing two things for one, you know, two projects out of the one. Come on. My fingers aren't working for me today. Here it is. Okay. Ta-da. Okay. I'm just going to push that on here. And then I can hold it in place. Line up this first one and away we go. All right. So this one, there were, I always pick when I have to make them for everybody. There's always we had a couple cards that were a little more labor intensive, but you know, it's fun. And I really love to stamp, so not a problem. There we go, and just like that. Here's another E. And I'll have to make, on Friday, I'll have to make another card with that one. There we go. Between my hands that are shaking because I am off a bubble here today since I was a little late. I'm sorry about that. Life got away from us. We have it's always this time of the year, there's so much going on, but we have some extra things going on that we're praying about. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to glue this on. I even got myself a new glue. I did think I had to do that because I think I was shaking down the old one too much. I didn't want to have to work to get it. So here we go. Just remembering that I'm only putting the glue down along the edges. Come on now. There we go. Along the edges because I cut out the center. I don't want to get glue all over my paper, which I have done. Here we go. Ta-da. Whoops, a little too much, see? I'll wear that. And I have my little glue eraser here. It looks bad, but it works well. The dogs took a chunk out of the corner and they didn't eat the rest of it. Apparently it did not taste good. So I just found it upstairs one day with the corner missing. So there you go. Okay, so that is going to go directly onto my card front. So let's go ahead and do that. Get our moving pieces out of the way. So you can see that nobody's ever going to know that that piece is missing. It's a good use of your cardstock, your and DSP, and you can do anything with it that way. Okay, so here's that. See, I got a little sticky on there now. Where's my powder? Here it is. There we go. Powder it up, takes the sticky away. I keep that right by my desk. It's like a little resin bag if you were playing bowling if you were bowling, not playing bowling or going bowling. Okay, now let's glue this on. So again, I don't want to, it doesn't have to go everywhere, the adhesive, but I just want enough to hold it on there a little bit. So when I get to the snowflakes, I'm just sort of going, I'm going all the way around. But then, because this is not, I'm putting it on a surface that it's not going to absorb the glue, you know, so you just want to be careful how much you're putting on here. There, so I'm just kind of scooping it up from here and putting it there, a little bit at a time, there. Okay, it's like when you're gluing on vellum, you know, it doesn't soak in. There we go, ta-da. Just like that. It's not a porous surface. Okay, then this is going to go up. I wanted it kind of matching. I actually had to switch it around and take it off on the original card. So this is centered. I'm just centering it from top to bottom. And then this one I put down, so it's kind of at this layer, about the same from the edge, because I want to put my little Christmas sign up there. So that gets stamped on here and then just cut freestyle. So I'm using Mossy Meadow. Mossy Meadow. Let's pull that over. And here's my words. My Christmas. So it's Christmas cheer. There we go. I'm going to stamp it right in the corner here. So I just have a little bit to cut around. Not bad. I'm going to move that off to the side because we have to do the inside. So here we go. I'm just going to match this up and take a little cut here. Ta-da. And actually, I'm going to make it a little smaller because I cut it closer than what I stamped it to the bottom. There we go. Okay. And this one's going to get glued down right like that. I think I'll put this on first. We'll put this one on first here. So I could have used adhesive on here too, on the back, but I didn't want my whole, oh, see, I have the wrong glue. Oh my goodness sakes. I didn't want my whole backing to be sticky. So this has enough. You're just kind of putting it on the letters. It doesn't have to be everywhere. So remember, we're just kind of tacking it down. It will stay. Green glue is great. I'm all about the green glue. There we go. Okay. I love it because it gives me a little wiggle room if I want to move something around a bit. There we go. Ta-da. Okay, now let's pop this one up and get it right behind, right even with the bottom, which gives us room for our Christmas. And then this has a bow on it, so we want to put that on there too. The end is in there yet. My little oval, because it automatically cuts out. If you're going to tie a ribbon through there, you could do that. Take off the backings here. I had a request for some pictures from the paper pumpkin from last year, last month, with all the cool. I like this paper because I can look at the dots and see if I have it straight. There we go. With all the evergreens, the Christmas, the trees and all that. So I'm going to try to get those pictures taken and put on my blog. So you'll have some still shots of those if you're still using those. That was exceptional, I think. I love the idea that I could cut up the envelopes and just keep making cards. So this one is just centered up here, even with this one. There we go, just like that. Ta-da. Okay, now we have our bow. I always tie the bows in class. If you want to learn how to tie a bow, we can do that. But I can't believe the stress it causes people if they think they have to tie a bow. So we try to make it stress-free and just fun. And part of that is tying the bows for them. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my glue dots and I'm just going to put it one, I kind of put two together, so I smush it in there. But I'm putting 2 glue dots on top of each other, putting them on either side of this opening, or putting it on my finger, whichever. There we go. Come on. Come on. Obey. There. That way, I can just push this in and push it down. So it's being held double. There we go. And I need to cut that so it matches a little bit. This side needs to be cut off just a smidgen. There we go. Okay. I like to just sharpen the edge there. Okay. Ta-da. There's the front of our card. And then we have to put on our jewels. So I used some holiday rhinestones. They come in all different colors. It's really a fun, and I chose the gold colored ones, the amber. There we go. And I think I put that one on here. Oh, I put it over here. We'll put it here. Ta-da. You have your choice. This one I left blank. 3. I always do an odd number, you know, that's me. Okay, so the inside of the card is going to have our Mossy Meadow layer. It's going to have the white cardstock here, and then a little bit of the designer paper. Brings it all together. Here's my verse. It's wishing you a joyful Christmas. Bring this down here. Line it up. Try to get it straight. Tap, tap, tap. I can't really see there. Okay. Ta-da. Now I can glue this on. I never glue it on until I do my stamping. Just rule of thumb, just in case I have to use the other side. It just makes it easier for me. I have that option. There we go. Put that on. I have a little bit of an overlay here, so I'm just gonna cut that off. Glue it in. And another simple Christmas card that looks a little more complicated, but it really isn't. So if you sat and did a bunch of these, roll them all out, get your pieces there in front of you, and then just sit and put them all together. It goes together rather quickly once you have everything rolled out. That's a good job for husband or kids. Let them do the rolling so they're helping. And then putting it all together is so fun. Now those tags, I mean, you could just do a cute Christmas tag for gifts to put on there. This could be on its own, and then you could have to and from on the back. But here's the other one, and I think I showed this one. So this is from the Gifts and More. This is one of those die cuts from that same, the Gifts and More also. Except on this one, I just had a piece of black cardstock, and we just centered the die in the middle and got it cut out. So there you go. There's 2. Both of these were cards done for my Hostess Club, so designed for them. And this is kind of interesting because the base on this one is Soft Succulent. This is Pool Party, and the ribbon and the ink I used is Just Jade. But it goes together well. Ta-da. So it's kind of fun. You can mix and match those colors. You don't have to always be, I think the tone, you know, it's the tone of the color goes well together. So there we go. All right. Tomorrow, oh, I have to say this. I almost forgot. Tomorrow we have free shipping. Free shipping tomorrow. So if you need something, this would be a great time to do it. Last minute Christmas shopping, whatever, you can go to stampingjourney.com. You can place an order. You can text me there. Let me know if you want me to place an order for you. I will get that going, but free shipping tomorrow. That's a 10% savings. So let me turn this around. Ta-da. Alrighty, back again. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry I was a little bit late. Shared 2 cards though. Hope you enjoyed that. So remember, tomorrow is free shipping all day. So pretty exciting. If you need an order, let me know. Take care. I will see you tomorrow for Winging It on Wednesday. You have a good night. Bye-bye.